loudest venues in the National Football League. You get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in...
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, kept on my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started, and we are underway from Arrowhead. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Moore, the man in motion. They'll start out here with the option left. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
He finds his man complete. That's Wheeler. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone. Back. down with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be up into the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. We'll see the kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown in the opening drive.
And based on my time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking to set for Woods, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3-and-out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, they didn't just set up with a standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go and pull the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man. And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. This a quick pass to Davis. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game. And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. They get it to Moore on the jet sweep. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out. Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly. Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on third and goal. Now Murray off play action. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal. Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal. Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play. And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage. 17-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Harris running straight ahead. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Come on, set.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Two scores down, looking at halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And a short gain down to about the 33. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
It's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue. But all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. I know, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he still has yet to give up a track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line or lose a yard on the play. So now they need 3 yards on third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Okay, right. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Ready. They'll look to throw.
This pass caught. It's Woods.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Okay, ready?
They'll look to throw again. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the longer way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw again.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a quarterback sneak. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. They'll try and run with Harris. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Damian Harris as time expires in the 1st half. And the Colts get a late touchdown here on the final play of the 1st half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the 1st half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the 1st half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He was held without a catch in the 1st half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Now back to throw. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they run with Harris off the option. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
It's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Badgley's kick is good, and that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. This one caught by Davis. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
To try again after the sack. Murray, it's Kelsey on the ground. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4.
A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. It is a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We're back now in KC. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Murray. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speedboat. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
13 yards down to the 13.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down is Murray.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing again, Murray. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
We have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with this 3-score deficit, and time faded.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Now Murray. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Hey.
Murray with a third and long. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And they will take over first and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when we see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try it too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 68 yards on the ground for him so far. Good gain there on first down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance.